Hello, my name is Xavier Mercado, and this is Spearhead Conversations. Today, I'm joined by special guest Greg Adams.
What's happening?
Or as you know him,
here we go.
G-double-E, baby, don't forget the...
Hey.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. I'm very happy to be here, man.
Man, over a decade.
Yeah, man.
Greg has been holding this city down.
And it was by accident. Let me tell you this. I never thought coming to Milwaukee I would be here this long.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be here and just, go to New York, Chicago and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what I had vision, right? Because they say when you get in the radio, they're like, oh, you got to go to smaller markets, get to bigger markets and stuff like that. Then I got to the city and was like, this is it. Hey, bro, this is real nice. Real nice.
Well, the greatest part is that you've worked with some legends. Mm-hmm. You got Reggie.
Man, Reggie, Wolf D, DJ O.
Yeah.
The Bailey Call. Man, look.
Ali.
Ali.
Yep.
Man, I've worked with so many great people, and I think that's how I've been able to maneuver the way I have. It's no lie. It's like just getting the game and knowledge from those people.
Yeah, man.
I got to give kudos to them.
Man, well,
you know what I mean?
I've been listening to you for a minute, bro. And that's what I mean. Like, for you to be on the platform, it's awesome. I'm finally getting, my hands, you know what I mean? I'm getting people to follow the mission and just embrace the city itself. So, man, I appreciate you coming on the platform.
It's funny. It's funny
Without
you say that.
further ado.
What's happening?
How you doing, Greg?
Man, I can't complain. Life is good. We back outside with it. Business is good. People are here. We're back outside. I'm doing what I love, getting to DJ like I want to, and it just, doors have been opening up for me, so I can't complain. Like I said, it's just all from. That's why I think I have so much love for Milwaukee, because I got here and I was able to evolve. Like, this is where I really jumped in 2 feet and was like, okay, I'm here.
Yeah.
And the city has showed me nothing but love. And I feel like that's why I'm still here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you keep talking. You're from somewhere else. Where are you from?
I'm from Zion, Illinois.
Okay.
Like,
there you go.
40, 50 minutes away.
Yeah.
And I tell people this all the time because I grew up in the Chicagoland area. Like, we went, Taste of Chicago and stuff like that. I went to school loyal Chicago and stuff like that. But I was rarely home, right? Once I left Zion, I was rarely home. I was always going other places. Went to school in Kansas, went to school in Nebraska. I have been a lot of places.
Damn.
Yes.
Damn.
And so when I finally came back home, the next place I hit was Milwaukee, and this is where it's been. Like,
with the growth of the platform, it's been exciting because starting off small, it's evolved, and the more it's grown, the more people participating. So it's like, yeah, man. But how does it feel to be away from home?
I have to say this: I've always been away from home.
Okay,
like this is home to me. This is because like once I've always playing basketball, DJing, weightlifting, just everything that I've ever done has always taken me away from quote unquote home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so like me moving and grooving that's always been my life. So like you say home, like that's why this is the longest place I've ever lived since.
So your upbringing was basically traveling.
Oh, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh,
you can ask my mama now.
Yeah.
Boy, always gone. I was always trying to, because everything that I wanted to do was outside of my town. So it's like, oh, I gotta go to Chicago. Oh, gotta go to Milwaukee. Oh, gotta go to Nebraska. Oh, gotta go to LA. Oh, what's next? I've always been like, what's next? Yeah. And sitting at home didn't get me anything.
Yeah, man. What was your earliest memory of music and how you crossed paths with the love of your life?
Let me tell you something. My first love, which camera? This camera. My first love was basketball. Man, I was going to the league. You couldn't tell me nothing.
Yeah,
going to going to the league. That's all I did. Play basketball from sun up to sundown. Got a scholarship to play basketball. All that.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about. I played in NBA pro-ams and everything. I tried out for CBA teams. All that. That's what I played. I played in some summer.
Look at you.
Yeah, I did. I was basketball, but what happened was you making mixtapes and stuff. The stuff that you would work out with.
Yeah.
Like I would take my radio to the gym with me.
For sure.
And just hit play. It's just me in the gym playing music while I'm shooting my 1,000 jumpers, while I'm running line. Like no matter what, it was me. It was basketball. No, I had a big like. You know what I'm saying?
The vibes.
And you just put it because we had the we had a gym like you know a backyard gym where you can go into. We had full access to. I'd take the radio, listen to music, and music and basketball was all I did when I think about it, because I didn't realize music was such a part of it until I DJ'd my first gig, which was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy.
Man, so through that you playing sports, music was there. It was
always there,
for
always
like warm up, and that's how I get in. Like when I did wrestling, I did wrestling growing up, but before in warm ups, listen to some Linkin Park,
all that.
You know what I mean? Hybrid Theory. But yeah, man, it's always the music that'll get you going.
It's always sports and music always go together, especially basketball. It's like and I didn't realize that until. It's funny because when my first DJ, like I've been DJing for about, it's probably 11, 12 years now.
Yeah.
Because when I first got to Milwaukee, that's when I started DJing, because my guy asked me, he was like, "Hey, could you help me DJ this party?" And it was a wedding.
Okay.
And he had CD players. We had to switch the CD, had the CDs and all that.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I guess I can. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm used to playing music, being in front of the cameras and stuff, just playing being a star of basketball, playing stuff like that, and I was still doing radio. So, y'all, hey, what's going on, everybody?
Yeah.
And so when he asked me to do that, like 2005, and I was like, okay. And I did that wedding. I did the whole wedding.
Okay.
And he was like, "Yeah, have you ever?" I was like, "No, this is my first time." I did the whole wedding. I picked every song and everything was such. Oh, play this, boom, boom.
Damn.
And after that, I was a DJ.
What was the emotions?
Oh, it was great.
What was that, like the feeling of that?
It was. How did Forrest Gump say it? Like a duck in water. That's how it was. Because I just knew. I was like, "Oh no, play this. No. This." And it just came natural to me.
Yeah.
And it was because, now that I think about it, I know this now, but it was because of basketball.
Yeah.
Playing, making mixtapes, doing this. I'm playing this song. I know what emotions, because music is emotions.
Yeah, for sure.
Music is emotions, and you know what I'm saying?
On a
and
different level.
Connect with the people through the music, and that's how it worked.
Yeah.
And after that, I was a DJ.
There you go.
I think a month after that, I was DJ GA.
Okay. Who were musical influences you say that really captured this essence of wanting to pursue it?
My mama.
Oh, look at that. Let's get it.
And I'm going to tell you why, though. I'm going to tell you why it was my mom.
Yeah.
Love you, mama. Saturday mornings.
Yep.
Cleaning up the house. She playing Keith Sweat. She playing, she playing Rick James. She's playing Anita Baker. She's playing Luther Vandross.
Yep.
She's playing all that stuff.
Yeah.
Patti LaBelle. She's doing all the whispers.
It was Sunday mornings.
All that.
It was Sunday mornings for us. Mark Anthony,
was it?
Hector Lavoe.
Hey, come on, I know.
Pimpinella.
Hey, I know bachata, lo merengue. Let's go.
Yeah, my mom. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
She put that soul in me, right? You know what I'm saying? And then the whole hip hop thing, I have to say, it was probably my Aunt Valerie.
Okay.
Out in Texas. Hey, Auntie. I think she was the youngest of them, and so she was bumping like.
She was the
like Grandmaster Flash and all this stuff. So I'm like, what is this?
There you go.
I'm like, oh, okay. But I want to say the first like hip hop song that I want to say, I probably like Beastie Boys and stuff like you know what I'm saying?
Run
like,
DMC.
Run DMC.
Yep.
And like they blew my, like seeing that type of stuff, like, man, they got the big J, because their shoes ain't got no laces, and just how they put the words together. I'm very impressed by hip hop by the fact it's a story. It's storytelling.
Yeah,
and how you put the words together and make them and they flow together. And I'm a flower. Like I like I like when it hits, they ride the beat. I'm like, bro.
I had my stint where I was able to put out tracks.
Oh yeah,
back in 2016. Still got them on the SoundCloud.
Hey, you better.
But yeah, no, man. I've always been. It started off of 5th grade, Mr. Costello's class. Shout out to Costello. Bam. There was a poetry segment, and through that, I really found a love for words and putting words together. And like you said, storytelling. It's really the music I wrote, especially the ones I came out with.
Right.
Those are, if you listen to them, the content and the substance behind them, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And I've always looked, the way I connect with music is like it's timeline in my life, but it's also expressed the emotions that I've felt at different stages.
And I think that's it with music for a lot of people. Like even the dance stuff, like people doing, we can take it to Soulja Boy and the Stanky Leg and like even the music out now, like it's not necessarily the words so much when it comes to that type of stuff. It's the dance, is how it's make you like, you're saying, you're just trying to chill out, forget. Like when people say a DJ saved my life, I totally get it. I understand that.
For sure, man.
You coming out tonight, you want to have a good time. You ain't trying to worry about nothing.
Yeah.
And people, it's just, I say, nah, bro, these people are here to forget their problems. So I'm going to help them. You know what I mean?
Why does it resonate so deeply with you, the music? What would you say?
Because it's gotten me through a lot of things. Like music, everybody has that one song that, man, if I'm feeling sad, I listen to this. If I'm in a good mood, I listen to that. If I'm, I some of my best memories are listening to, it's crazy too, because I can see it right now, is when I got my driver's permit. My mom used to let me drive the Nissan Maxima.
Okay.
I used to watch it. Y'all know how it goes. Saturday mornings, you get up, open up all the doors, you get the hose out, and you washing your car, and you bumping your radio.
Definitely.
And I'm listening to Michael Jackson Thriller.
My boy!
For one, let it ride. The whole, and I remember that. Whenever I hear a Michael Jackson song, it takes me back to that when I first got my permit. Mom let me drive that, and I'm listening to Michael Jackson, all 8 songs. Quit playing. We ain't skipping.
I had a VHS. It was 2 cassettes. It was the best of Michael, and on the cover, it's a statue of him. But this tape, man,
had
his hits, and they had visuals to it, and that for me was everything. Earth's song was on it. I don't know if you remember Earth's song. Yeah, well, I know you do music, so you know
music, so.
I would literally put on that tape just to fast forward to get to that song, because it was just man, and even at the age that I was, for a song to make me emotional, right, and just understanding what he's speaking about. But Michael, man, I don't care what anyone says. I grew up on Michael, bro.
Mike, bro, like that man, Thriller, man, one of the greatest albums of all time ever. Like you could go back and listen to it right now and just be like, bro. Yeah. Like,
well, man, talking about Mike, he recorded Thriller off not these mics, obviously, but mics. You know what I mean? It's I'm not trying to bring up the mics, but when I found out that he recorded a whole album off of these, I'm like,
Sure has been in the game for a long time.
Sure is the game.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? For sure.
But yeah, man. So you're in this lifestyle now. How has it impacted your life?
Well, and the whole people always, I got this A everywhere I go. The A. Yeah. My clothing brand. It's basically called All In. Yeah. And what I've learned, and I did this for a reason. It's not just, people buy my clothes and all. No, this is like, I like to look at myself walking by something, because we all have our bad days. Yeah. But if you can wear your motivation on your chest so when you're having a bad day and you look down and be like, I can't stop. And that's where the A, because I always used to draw my name, because the last name is Adams, so you always made it a star. And I was like, so I used to have the GA. I still have those. But then I was like, people was like, let me get one of your shirts. And I was like, it's cool. I'm flattered that people want to wear a shirt with my name on it, but why not take the shirt and make it your own, because no matter what
I guess now I'm realizing the G isn't in it anymore.
Like
the G was like,
it's right, right on top, and and that's how it started. And I was like, nah, it's all in. So no matter what you do, whether you're a podcaster, you lift weights, whatever you do, you got to be all in, because the one thing I've learned in life is if you're not all in, it doesn't work. Like just with your podcasting. Yeah. Like, bro, if you could have half-assed it.
Yeah.
And guess what? You got all this, bro. And now you own. Like, that's what it takes, bro. You got to be all in, bro. And I don't care what nobody says.
It took 32 years, man.
Bruh.
Doing the same shit. And then I finally got to that age and you know, the reflection hit, and it's like, is this really what I want to, how I want to be, go out on the weekends? And I'm not saying that, you know what I mean, live your life.
Everybody has their niche. Everybody, like, once you get focused on what you're trying to do, you got to be all in.
Yeah.
And if you do that, I don't care what it is, you'll win.
I mean, that even goes like with the visuals that I've done. If you watch it from the beginning to now, you will see
it.
There's mic stands, there's different headphones, like but it's because I not only do I believe in the mission, it's just I also care about it's quality over quantity, bro.
You all in, baby. And I respect I respect that with people. You know when people I see you. I when I first met, I was like, oh, you want it, bro.
Yeah.
I can see it. Like, and you got to give people their props, because as somebody that knows, when you see somebody doing it big, you don't hate on them. You be like,
definitely.
I see you. Like, you know what I mean?
It's being inspired by people like you, brother.
All the time.
And you know, like that's what it is. Like what you've become in this city. You know what I mean? I've heard your voice through the airways, and believe me, I've seen you out at revels, and you know what I mean?
We get our party on a little bit. You know?
You know, but it's inspiring, because, you know, way before I found mine, you had already found yours. And to be, you know, on the radio, and then you're out here with the people of the city, and you're really meshed in, and you've made these relationships, and then you have someone like me who's like aspiring to do more.
Man, come on.
It's looking up to people like you. So I just want to say that to you, brother. And like the craft you have, it's become like, yeah, man.
I appreciate it, because like, I mean, it's true. Like you want to give back. You want to collect, because without the people ahead of me, I wouldn't be here. Like, you know, somebody helped me out. So when I get the chance to be like, hey, you want to be down? Come on. Oh, you want to learn this? Come on. Yeah. Because like, look, bro, I'm not gonna be here forever. Yeah. And I want somebody to be like, hey, he showed me the way. Because a lot of people, like, we get mad at people and why people are doing this, why people are doing that, and this and that. It's because people do need guidance. People do need a coach. That's the one thing I learned. I take everything back to basketball. The reason why I was great at basketball is because I had great coaches. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was soaking up, and people are showing me the way. Yeah. Like, and everybody needs to be. If you don't have any guidance, you can't. You won't. Yeah. Like, I'm not saying you can't go on YouTube and find out how to do stuff. You definitely can. But check this out. If you have somebody leading you, coaching you through it, you go 10 times faster. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. That's why, you know, people go, these people don't know. Yeah, they really don't. Because, you know, you got to have somebody to be like, hey, no, don't do it that way. Do it this way. And not everybody has that. So that's why I'm kind of like, you know, if I got the opportunity to help somebody and they really want the help, okay, look. Yeah, for sure. Hey, be here at 5 o'clock every day. There we go. Man. You know what I mean? You trying to do this? You want to do it? Yeah. I'm going to show you. But it's the work, man. It really is. People don't see that. People don't see the type. They might see this right here, but the beginnings. They don't see the beginnings, the struggles, the what is in the background. And I think as the person like you know what I mean. When you first started off DJing, you were looking, how do I set myself apart from everyone else and not be the same? You know, radio is a big part of who you are. Yep. How did you manage to get your foot in the door as far as doing radio? It took me 6 months to land my first DJ radio gig. 6 months. Holy cow, man. And you can ask Sean. Sean John, what up? Sean John. I was trying to get in at V100s. And bro, when I tell you, I was just telling this story the other day. The reason why Sean John even interviewed me is because I would call every week.
Okay.
And I don't know, like, hey, what's going on? I would call and say, hey, this is Greg Adams. I was just calling. I put in my application. I just wanted to see what's going on. Oh, well, we're transitioning. Somebody will call you back soon. I was cool. Mm-hmm. Once a week. It may have been Monday. It may have been Thursday. But I would call once a week.
Yeah.
And
persistent, man.
And then, because here's the thing. I had an interview first, and the dude that I interviewed with, the next week, he was fired.
Wow.
And so I was like, what? And so that's why it took, like 6 months, because it was like, okay, well, they were trying to figure this out and doing this. And then, I know how radio works now. So I understood why it took so long. At first I did, but I was just being, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, this is Greg Adams. Hey, this is Greg. And I remember when I had my interview with him, with Sean John, he was like, I ain't gonna lie. Well, actually, after I got hired, he was like, man, he said I had to take it in because you was calling. I was tired of you calling me, G. Like, I wasn't rude about it, but I was just like, hey, once a week. And he was like, man, I'm tired. I got to take this interview because he is not going to stop calling me. I was like, pretty much, but I got the job. The rest is history. Yeah. So
it's also that consistency. Like, that's
always
one thing, like, in this whole journey that I mean, I started reading 2 years ago, and like it's like from reading 0 to 11 books in 1 year.
Yes.
That's a big, and all the books that I'm reading all talk about the same thing. Consistency. Yep. It don't matter how small it is, it builds up. I read this book, it's called The Compound Effect. My cousin Eric Zapata, I had him on the show in the beginning.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But he referred this book to me, and it's my favorite book out of all the books I read, because it tells you, man, it don't matter. The little baby steps, if you're consistent, it builds. And it stood true.
All in, baby.
All in. Yeah.
And it always comes back to that. I get it. Like, if you're not getting the results you want, if things aren't working out for you, it's because you're not, bro, I'm trying to tell you. Like, because once you get that bug, that itch to do something, nothing can stop you.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know.
Yeah.
I was a DJ in a month.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize it. Somebody that I was with was like, one day he was Greg Adams, and the next day he's like DJ GA. And I was like, I never thought about it, because I was like, oh, this is what I'm doing. And I was like, what's happening? I'm here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody's like, bro, do you realize, like last month you weren't even a DJ. And now you I was like, dang, I mean, that is kind of true. Now, don't get me wrong. I had my growing pains, like, what gear to get and stuff like that. But that's when I had DJ O around me. I had Wolf D. What up? I had Reggie Brown around. Like, all these DJs was around me. And when I talk about coaches, to be like, hey, GA, don't do this, do that. I'll never forget this. I remember Wolf D, he was in California right now. Wolf, what up? I'll never forget this. He was like, GA, are you serious about this DJing thing? I was like, as a heart attack, he said, this is his exact words. He said, get you a MacBook and some CDJs.
Okay.
Never look back.
Never look back.
That's what his words. A MacBook and some CDJs.
Man, you know what's crazy? You talking about beginnings. The way this started, I quit drinking, and it's been a year and a half, but I quit drinking, and one habit's out, you usually create another habit.
Right. You you do something. Yeah.
That's why I started reading the books. Got that habit.
Yep.
Then I started thinking about what can I do. Someone that's like a sister to me, she kept saying, you need to do something with your voice. You need to do something with your voice.
Right.
Long story short, I started thinking, okay. So I started looking up podcasting. Joe Rogan, I was really listening to his motivational speeches.
Good old Joe.
Yeah. And I finally was like, that's it. I want to do this. This is what I could see myself doing it. So sweetwater.com. They hooked.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, I know.
And you want to hear the crazy part? The guy who I still talk to today, I have him in my phone. His name is Greg. His name is Greg, bro.
Hell of a name. Hell of a name.
But I told him, I was like, he's like, how serious are you about doing the podcasting? And I said, as serious as a heart attack. No, I'm just saying, but Yeah, I said, yeah, I want to be taken serious. So the most affordable that I can take,
It's steps. It's steps. Yeah,
you know. And he said, well, this is the first thing you need to get down. You need to get this thing. It's called a Roadcaster, and bam, I got the Pro One.
Oh yeah, the first one. Yeah.
I got the first one. So in the commercial that I did for the platform, you could see it in that.
Okay.
In that. And Philly Fly boy.
Philly Fly, what up? Look, what's happening, people?
Yeah, he actually recognized it. You know what I mean? I didn't know if anyone ever recognized it, but when I did his interview, he totally recognized it.
He was like,
man, yeah.
I already know how Philly, a player.
Man,
look, be like, hey.
But yeah, man, and it was that. And he was like, get this Roadcaster. It'll do everything as far as the mics and the thing. You just, put me on, and it's been history. So like hearing your, like how with you, someone telling you get that MacBook, get these things that'll be beneficiary,
Yeah, because
beneficial.
Somebody that's done it before you, they'll lead you past all the pitfalls and make you move, like I said, 10 times faster.
Yeah.
They really do. Like even with Philly, because like I've done videos and stuff with Philly, and that's the one thing I love about Philly. I call Philly right now. Philly, come on, man, get on the show. Man, Philly is always giving out game with his Philly facts and everything. All you gotta do is call Philly. You ask Philly a question.
He just dropped one yesterday,
bro. I'm telling you, like Philly, people don't understand. Like if you really, you got people around here that are willing to whatever you want to do. There's somebody around here willing to teach you what to do.
Yeah,
really, and I'm not talking about like people that have been in the industry.
Yeah,
like Philly is a gym here in Milwaukee, and if you're trying to do videos or something, you could DM Philly, but what's up?
Yeah, I got his number and I hit him up, and to be honest, like he's been a mentor throughout this whole journey.
And he don't play. He'll be like, no, don't do that, man.
No, he'll be blunt.
Yeah.
He'll be blunt with it.
Because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen with that. No, don't do that one. I mean, it might be a little bit more, but bro. You know
Shout out to my boy Philly, our boy Philly,
bro. Anytime I got a question, all I gotta do is hit him. Hey, Jay, we gonna be in Atlanta. You coming? Man, just let me know. And he always doing that. I'll be like, man, bro, you lucky I gotta work.
Man, so throughout this career of yours, you've learned, you've had people guide you and
for sure.
be there for you. How many what stations have you worked for? Because I know, I know,
right?
But yeah,
I started off at the V. I was there 10 years at the V. And then I went over to Kiss FM, and it's crazy because everybody was like, man, they'll never hire you at Kiss FM. They'll never. Since I got to Milwaukee, feel like, because I was applying to all the radio stations, and I remember I said, man, he said you'll never get hired at Kiss FM. People were telling me that, and I was like, I never, And then 10 years in, I get hired at Kiss FM. I'm like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I shout out to Nathan Graham. Shout out to my girl Molly. Shout out to all my man Z. What up? Shout out to Brian Kelly. Like, great people over there.
Great people.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Like, again, just so, and I was over there for 5 years. Technically, I'm still over there. And then they're like, hey, we started this hip hop station, Hot 105.7 Milwaukee's new number one for hip hop and R&B. Make sure you tune in Monday through Friday, 2 to 7 p.m. We get all in. Quit playing with your boy. All right, and shameless plug. And then they asked me to do that.
That's awesome.
And I could have stayed at Kiss FM. People don't understand. Kiss FM is not just a Milwaukee radio station. Kiss FM was one of the best top 40s in the country.
Yeah. Can I just tell you something? I said it in the interview with Allie,
my girl,
and I told her this is like a bucket list milestone for me, because I do that's something I do understand. This is, a very, very
prestigious,
station.
It is,
and the credibility behind it is like, holy cow, But the day I saw you, the day I was doing her interview, I tried getting a hold of you 3 separate times.
Really?
Yeah, man. I get it, though. I do get it, because I'll tell you, most people, even Fred, the one that I'm promoting, Fred 414, he makes he makes these shirts, but him, the first time I walked up to him, he's like, I gave him a business card, and he didn't take it serious at all.
Oh.
Most people don't. Most people don't, because I get it. Like with you guys are in the community, and people are probably always coming up to you all the time. So it's like when you popped up at the radio station, you were able to come in. Then you seen how much is invested in, and I felt like that was awesome.
But no, I seen you before though. I knew you. I said when I say because I said Spearhead again. Oh, Spearhead.
Yeah.
Are they doing all? Oh, okay. I knew exactly who you was when I seen you, and then you were like, oh yeah. But what? First thing I said, oh, your cameras, bro. First, I was like, your cameras. I was like, oh, and then I seen the mics because I know how much these are. I'll show you. This is what I got like this whole setup is it's minus the mics. I got the so like I said, people that are all in.
Yeah,
you look at them and be like, what's up?
It's just a way.
We know.
Yeah, it's a way of life.
Yep.
I think that's the understanding there. It's like, people people like, man, how do I put this? They didn't. There was someone in the beginning that was like, oh, he's doing a little podcast, and that right there was like. Fire just ignited, and since then it's just been like, no,
it's
we all in.
A little underhanded kind of, I see I got your little radio show. Now it's little now. Now it's little now. Yes, but that's I remember when I first did the TV show when I was telling people I was doing the Show Me Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? On the Very Local app, download that. There's a lot of stuff going on up in this room right now,
man.
But the Very Local app, I remember people were telling me. I was telling them, hey, we want to do my show. It's, you know what I'm saying? I got a TV show. Oh, you got a TV? Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, let's give it. Let's show them. Yeah. Let's show them it.
Go ahead and drop that. Drop
that one.
What's going on, Milwaukee?
I'm Greg Adams. As a primetime radio DJ, I want to use my voice to shine a light on people, places, and vibes that make Milwaukee so special.
What? This is a whole science thing.
A few of our notable neighbors are joining me as my guide.
Onward, Captain. Filet. We racing.
Doing good. Gotta love Milwaukee.
It's time for them.
You ready?
To show me Milwaukee. Stream for free only on Very Local.
There we go.
Shout out to WISN Channel 12 News. What up? Mark Baden and all them over there. Derek, what's up? Kristen, what up? Hey.
What was that experience like?
I'm going to tell you right now. First and foremost, it didn't just fall in my lap. I had to interview for it. Shout out to Aaron and Tall Tale.
Really?
Yeah, I had. Bro.
Oh, wow.
They wanted me to do it, but it's Hearst Communications. They can't just, like, you know what I'm saying? They was like, nah. But I still had to try out for
Aaron.
it. Yeah, shout out to
I love that family.
I always call him Justin Bieber. Shout out Justin Bieber. Shout out Sydney, Frederick, all them over there. Jenny, what's up? You know, so it's Jimmy, what up? So I had to do the whole interview thing, and it was cool. Like, once I got the job, I was like, oh, that's what's up. Like, I knew I was going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know I was going to enjoy it as much as I do. Like, it's, what you see on that show is genuine. Like, you know, I don't know sometimes, like okay, we're going to do this, I'm cool with it. Like,
I love it.
There's nothing, like I said, look, I don't really kayak. I was in the kayak like, bro, okay. like all that stuff, climbing the walls, everything, it was all new to me. Like, there was nothing that I was like, no, whatever y'all want to do, everything that you see is genuine.
You were really enlightened to the city.
Yeah.
And I did love that show. I did watch every episode. You believe that? Yeah, actually, the restaurant you went to, the Puerto Rican one?
Oh, Sabor Tropical?
Yeah. Who you think got him there?
Hey, you got
Aaron hit me up. He's like, hey, he's like, you know of any Puerto Rican restaurants around there? I was like, say less.
Hey,
say less, man.
Mofongo?
Yeah, bro.
I probably get it 2-3 times a month now.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to my man Jesse at Sabor Chop. Like, I'll show you the pictures the last time I was there, and I get the plantain, bruh.
The plátanos and fucking pernil, bro.
Bruh, what? Like, the show is life. Like, literally, every place that I've been on there, I've been back.
Yeah.
I've been back.
Well, it's awesome, man. And that show, I'll tell you right now, man. When I first saw it, you know, this was just it was already in motion, but to see that visual, like, yes, you know, I'm like, this is what really needs to be. That's why I reached out to Aaron. And that's the reason why I wanted to do that interview with him, because I'm like, wow, it's like, where did this idea come from? One, and just that you're giving so much back to the city. It was, dude, it's awesome.
I knew it was gonna look good, but I know it's gonna be that good.
Yeah, man.
Once I was like, bro, like because Aaron and them, they've done big documentaries, like been around the world. They just came back from Rome not too long, like filming. I'm like, bro, like they are professional, top of their class, and to be able to work with people, like I said, bro, it's really surrounding yourself with great people. Yeah, like you really have to, because that's how the magic happens. Yeah. Like you know what I'm saying? Because I want to say this. I want to say people in that circle, they get inspired by other people in the circle. Yep. And it's like, oh, some good things happen to you. You're like, oh, that's what's up. And then good things, well, I need to talk to you. And that energy just keeps floating around. And that's how it works. I tell people that all the time. If you sit around at your house all day and watch TV, nothing's coming your way. Yeah. And that's why I tell you, I've never been one to sit at home. I got to
give him his flowers, because he did the production for that episode.
Oh, killed it, didn't he?
And he gave me that vision.
Yes.
And when I did write the thank you post for him, I told him thank you, because you've let me now see where I can take the quality of the visual. Yep. And here I am, he was February. Uh-huh. We're in April right now. You know, that's I have to give him his flowers, man, because he's like, that's the one. Thank you, Aaron.
That's what happens when you all in, baby.
Yeah, all in.
You move so fast. People don't realize. One minute you're like, your little podcast. Next thing you know, hey man, I got accolades over here, and that's not, even though that's not what you're looking for, but just doing the right thing and stepping. Like, people are looking for fame and all this stuff. Do your work. Yeah. All that stuff comes. If you're doing what you're supposed to do, you'll never have to worry about that. You'll never have to worry about having, saying money and this and that. Or you want to be great at what you do. Everything else will take care of itself. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Well, doing this show, right? It takes a certain type of, you're having fun, but it also takes a type of work ethic.
Yes, it does.
How would you describe your work ethic overall?
I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah.
And I am and I'm not. Like, you can ask my mom. Shout out to my mom again. I was when I first started playing basketball, 4th, 5th grade. No, 5th and 6th grade. Yeah. They said I would never play basketball. I would never play sports because I'd get so mad. I'd be mad that they wouldn't pass me the ball. I'd be mad that we'd lose. I'd have tantrums all the time. And my mom would just tell me, you can't, if you're gonna play, you can't do that. My mom stopped me from doing that. But here's the thing, I still have tantrums. But it's different. You take that energy and you put it into something else. You put it into being better instead of just that passion that you have about losing or it's not working. You take that. I can feel it. I can feel it right now. You take that and you put it into this. You take that, put it into DJing. You take that energy and you put it into your craft. Yeah. I didn't know where to put that energy. Said, do this to get better at this. So I took that energy. And so, and people say, what happened to them? I still have them. It just makes me better.
Yeah. I could totally relate to you, man. Because before 32, like I said, man, I was doing the same, going out, getting drunk. Mind you, I'm married. I got kids. Like, right. It was that reflection of
you're trying to get that energy off. Yep. Like, people don't understand. Like, I got to go blow off some steam. You know what that is? Like, don't waste that energy. Yep. Take that. And put it into your craft, because that's what it is. Yeah, man. It really is what it is.
And to say, like, since I've been all in, it's been the biggest reward. And I've said this in several interviews, but when you're on the right path, things fall together. They do fall in place.
The universe lines up for you, bro. Like, I'm sure you read books that say that.
Yeah,
they always say some, you don't know where it's gonna come from, how it happened. Yep. Boom. Oh, I was just It all the universe wants to help you. You
Yeah.
just tell it what you're trying to do. It'll be like, all right,
Law
cool.
of attraction, man.
Yeah, it works that way.
That's really what it is, and I've learned it more. So I've, like you, I've given my all, and it's just keep forward, keep pushing, keep doing it. Don't care about the naysayers. We're here for a purpose. You have your purpose. I have my purpose.
Yeah.
So and I love Milwaukee. I love the community. What I want to ask you is because, like, you came from Zion, Zion, you said?
Zion, Illinois.
And you're in Milwaukee for over about 15 years now.
Yeah, bro.
16 years. What ways have you worked with the community?
Man,
I saw you with the doggy.
doggy daycare.
Yeah,
Shout out.
doggy.
Hey, look, shout out to Jake and all them over there too. Man, the one thing about the Milwaukee community, and I tell this to everybody, people in Milwaukee don't understand how great the community is. I mean, every place has its problems, right? I mean, you go anywhere. People, of course it has its issues, but what I'm telling you is, like, to have the lakefront that you have, to have the food that you have, to have the community that you have, to have, like, bro, take advantage of it.
Yeah.
I always say Milwaukee is a little Chicago. And they said, what you mean by it? You get that feel. You get a lakefront. You get all the food. Like, bro, I'll put Milwaukee food up against any place. I done been East Coast to West Coast. The food here in Milwaukee,
it's different.
Bro,
it's a different energy, bro.
Like you get whatever, like, bro, like Milwaukee, and then but you don't have all the millions of people. Like, you trying to go.
Yep. Oh, definitely.
Hey, going to a Bucks game, bro. I've been.
There ain't nobody that could measure up with the energy we give at our game.
But here's the thing, though, right? I grew up watching the Chicago Bulls and stuff like on TV. I watched all 6 Jordan championships and all that. Like I said, I was a hooper.
Wow.
I was a hooper. I probably have been to like 2 Bulls games my entire life.
Oh, wow.
Ask me how many Bucks games I've been to.
A lot. Yeah.
Bro, and to be able to just walk into the arena, to get there, to sit down, to be like, to go. It's, bruh, people do not understand. It's not like that. It's not like that in these big, like, you get access. You have access here in Milwaukee. Try to go to a bigger city, and most cities, because we're a mid-major, don't even have the access, you know what I'm saying, don't even have what we have.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. I'm like, bruh, I know what it is to be here and have access to this stuff. Like, people that are born, that's just how it is. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not, bro.
I say we're a hidden gem, and now you're starting to see the sun hit at the angle that it's supposed to, where we're glaring at
and then
point.
When you start talking about the Bucks winning championships and stuff like that, you got the Brewers, you get, you know what I'm saying? Because and no disrespect to the Packers, they're in Green Bay. Green Bay. A lot of people I didn't even know. I just assumed.
Yeah.
I assumed it was here. I was like, where the Packers at? Like, oh, that's in Green Bay. Where's Green? That's like 2 hours away. What?
Yeah, that's
it's
why
not Milwaukee? No.
I'll let you know, and the viewers will probably be like, oh, get out of here. But I'm not a Packers fan at all. Like, not at all.
Look, I am not a Packers fan. I don't hate the Packers, but I'm not a Packers fan.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Every Milwaukee team, Wisconsin Badgers, Milwaukee, I'm all those teams. But when it comes to the Packers, then I'll say what team I am.
Really?
And then they'll be like, what?
But now that's weird though, because how are you everything else but?
I was born in the South Bronx. So I'm from New York. So my one family is Giant fans and one is Packers. So I picked the Jets.
Shout out to Gary V. Gary V. Hey, we got a Jets fan here in Milwaukee. You got to do the podcast now, bro. Y'all got something in common. I'm just saying, Gary V, come do the podcast.
and that's, I tell that to people and they're like, the Jets. And I'm just like, yeah.
I thought you were going to say the Giants. So you said the Jets?
I could have went with Buffalo, but I was like, nah. I was like, the Jets is like, it's right there. It's,
look, I get it.
And Brett Favre went there.
Yeah. I say this and people laughing because I like football, right? I'm a football fan. I don't necessarily have a team. I love but here's the thing though, being from the Chicagoland area, guess what happens when the Packers play the Bears?
Oh, word. You're the fallout guy.
I'm like, bro, I gotta go with the Bears. I'm like, yeah. I said, bro, because first of all, my mom and them stay 45 minutes away.
Yeah, dude. It's in the DNA, bro.
And it's like when the Packers play the Bears, I gotta go with the Bears. But that's your team? Nah, but it's just
it's principle.
It's principality, Smokey. And that's really what it is. And so people, you see the Bears? I was like, did they lose? The only time I really ever care is when they play the Packers. But that's why I say, I say, bro, I don't dislike it. It's principles, bro. But I love the game of football, though. Like, bro, it's something, because I'm a basketball man, but watching football, football is way more chess than checkers.
Yeah,
I want to say basketball isn't as intricate as football, and I think anybody agree with that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I think anybody, you know what I'm saying, it has its nuances, but with football, with the X's, if you bring the safety up, you got to watch how you do it in the flat. Like, it's so like boom, 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 boom. You got to, like, you see stuff, and that's
you really got to vision ahead 2 steps. You really have to be 2 steps ahead. Yep.
Oh, the cornerback has fade back, so that means this dude's gonna have a tight window. He got to throw it in because it's gonna take.
Yeah.
What? Like what?
I've seen players, I've seen videos where players talk about the type of strategy that goes into football, and it's something different. Yeah, it's different, and it's different. Just that right there, it can't be, how do I say, mimicked. It's seriously, but throughout radio, you've had many experiences.
Yes.
Many experiences. What are some accomplishments and experiences that you've had that stand out for you, that really molded these years that you've put in, all in?
Like, as far as the one thing that's always motivated me is just to be better, right? Better than I was. Just like for me to be able to, because I have tape them when I first started, and I sounded horrible, and I swear to God I was the greatest ever, but I sounded bad, and just to see how I've evolved and see like the people around me evolve, and just knowing that every day that I can get better at this is one of the biggest things for me, right? Not to get complacent, because we all do. We all do. And so just some of my biggest things is just like staying up wake up and say, what's going on today? What do I need to learn today? How do I stay up? Like who's hot right now? Who's like just doing the research and stuff like that. That's one of the biggest things. But getting your voice right, getting your time, like once you get this down, it's like riding a bike. Yeah. Like you know what I'm saying?
To me, to make an analogy, right? Mm-hmm. With me, it's what questions am I going to ask in this interview? Because you do got to switch it up, and you do have to. In the beginning, it was I'd give people the questions because I wanted them to feel comfortable. Then I got to Philly,
and what did he say?
And he was like, "No, we ain't doing that.
It's all just."
He's like, "Let's let it be." Actually, before him, it was Drace. Shout out to Drace. Shout out to Philly. But Drace was the first one to ever do it without it. And I love the feeling and how organic the conversation was. But when I got to, I chose to, like, I'm still going to give this option out. When I got to Philly was like, no. Nah,
just talk.
He's like, let's conversate.
Well, and that's what I, like, there's a certain thing, all right, what do you want to talk about? If there are a few things you want to hit, other than that, you just talk about. Because that's, like, when people first come in the studio, I don't really talk to them. Hey, how you doing?
Yep.
We talking about this? Okay. And I'm getting set up, and I always kind of feel like it's an awkward silence. And I would say, I say, look, I really don't. We're gonna get this all on tape. I don't want to get any conversation that we're not recording because you missed the authenticity of it. And so I like it that way. And that's how I operate.
Yeah, and it is really like with these conversations, like. I met you more than once, but I've never actually held an actual conversation with you. Right. This is the first time, but this is what I love. But the analogy I'm making is like how your process is. It's like writing up these interviews. Yep. It's always different, and you know what I mean. People ask me like, how am I able to just let it flow? Well, I'm not coming in here with guards. And, the more you get into conversation, it's just a conversation.
It really is. Like, you forget. Like, I want people to forget. Like, it's funny, my best interviews, I know the interview is going good when they start cussing.
Yeah.
And you're like, I was like, you can't tell we're on the radio, but that's how I know they're comfortable.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like they say, oh, my bad. Like I say, no, that's how I know we here.
We here.
Like,
Yep.
like you know what I'm saying? We here. You know, I don't want you to be guarded and let's talk.
Yeah.
We here to talk. Let's talk. You know, there's people, well, you know, and then once we get to go, oh, you know, hey, oh, my bad. Hey, yeah, you know, that's how it goes. And that's the one thing, because the one thing about radio and DJing for me is I'm a people person.
Yeah.
I'm a people person. And so, like, it's cool to be on the radio, 'cause especially when COVID hit.
Yeah.
I kind of felt boxed in, because literally you couldn't go out. You couldn't do nothing. You
couldn't leave the
I'm
room.
just talking on a mic, and I'm like, bro, like, this is only part of it. I like to go out and say, what's up, what's happening? Like, people be like, they see me and don't want to say. I say, bro, you can talk to, like, if I'm out with the all in and the hat on, I'm out. What's up?
In, man.
Like, what's up? Hey, what's up? You good? You want to take this picture? That's how I am.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't do this if I wasn't a people person.
Yeah,
like,
man.
this is just one side of it. I want to be out. Like, you know what I mean? And say what's up to people. How you doing? Like, you know.
Oh, definitely, man. You know, in talking about Milwaukee, you know, it's this is the longest you've ever stood in one spot, as you said.
Ever.
In what ways has this city attributed to your success?
Well, and we can say this, right? Milwaukee is one of the most segregated cities in America.
It really is.
It really is.
It really is.
And for me to say I love it here, and for it to be that way, it's like crazy.
Yep.
But it is. And somebody said, if you can make it in Milwaukee, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah,
and they're saying that, and they're saying because of how segregated it is, especially even being on radio, and then it being so segregated, and then me be able to cross over and work for Kiss FM.
Yeah.
And then, like, people were just like, I remember when it happened, he was like, what? Even I was kind of like, man, crazy.
I had this conversation with Ali again, but, you know, them bringing on DZ.
Yeah.
Now I feel way more connected. Like, I felt connected when they had you, but then, you know, you went off and you took on the opportunities. But now they got DZ in the morning show with Ali. And for me, I'm Puerto Rican.
Right.
I take pride in my culture. You know what I mean?
You know Z.
Hey, dog came out with the Wep Out Wednesday, dog, my boy. But it's that, you know, Milwaukee is segregated, and it's the saddest thing, and that's one of the inspirations behind this platform, because I want to break those barriers. I don't.
Right.
It's hard to watch, and these kids like going through what they're going through. Like my kids in school right now, this is their first regular year.
Right.
COVID hit kindergarten. Hit in kindergarten, half their year, boom, they're going back home. They've never had a regular, but you know, it's so much more, man, and you know. To have that, you know, just talking about to have a representation of the city.
Yes.
That right there.
And that's what I tell people. I say, yeah, of course. It's segregated, right? But I don't want to be part of that segregation. I want to be the part of it to be like, oh, it's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even with Z, like, I went over to Kiss FM proud, because I was like, bro, let's represent, because For everybody saying it's segregated, look now.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, bro, you can turn on Kiss FM and hear somebody that looks like you.
Yes. That right
People
there.
don't understand how big that is. And I can remember this. I can remember growing up and not seeing a lot of black people on television.
No.
And it was just something, you know, that's just how it was. And then when it flipped, like, now you can see black people on television. And I'm like, that's cool, because you don't think about it no more.
Yep.
But I remember you might see it, like, oh, it's a black person. Oh, now it's like, oh,
yep,
that's what's up.
It's normal.
Yeah, and that's I wanted to.
Yeah.
Me being here, me being there, me being over there, me being way over there.
Yeah.
It should be normal. Like you know what I'm saying? And that's how I want it to be. And that's why I move how I move and do what I do, is because I feel like if let me help change the stereotype instead of be part of the stereotype. You know what I mean? And I thought that was a big accomplishment. I felt that was an accomplishment for me going over to Kiss and doing well at Kiss. That I was like, man, I'm helping. I felt like I'm helping bring the city together. Doing Show Me Milwaukee, I'm helping bring the city together.
Yeah.
Being on Hot 105.7, I'm helping bring the city together.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Because I can go wherever, and I like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
For sure.
That's why I'm here for. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here and be part of the problem.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
So you do work for 105.7.
Yep. Shout out to my boy Promise in the morning. What up?
Yeah, man.
The morning grind, my boy.
Actually, I just talked to him about like 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, you got to get him on the show.
Oh, we gonna get him on the show.
Got to get him on the show.
Got him. Shout out to Rudy Strong, Geek Set. He's the one who put me on him. But
Geek Set, what up?
Geek Set, what up? Yeah, 105.7. How is that experience? Because I really feel like you're in your mode. Like you like you got the reins right now. How would you feel about that?
And it is kind of true, right? Because like as much as I love doing Kiss. I kind of still do because I've always been. I'm an open format DJ.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong. Hip hop is home.
Yep.
I know, but I've always been an open format. You want some country?
Yeah.
You want some bachata merengue? What you want some Nickelback? What you want some some Bon Jovi? What you want?
Yeah.
I do it all.
I had close. There was friends around me that were so close because we were minorities in school, and they had that whole you're either going to be a part of the minority group or you're going to be off in this group. But it was like so close-minded to music,
right? Yeah.
And if you just open up, man, the messages that go through that.
Oh yeah, like
open format all day.
Good, good music is good music, no matter what genre it is. When you hear good music, you're like, that's good. I like that. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been that way. Like so whether it's top 40s, whether it's country, and I don't even like a lot of country, but there's country. That's a good song. Yeah. Like, even you start talking about bachata, merengue, and all that. Like, bro, that's my joint right there. You can't tell me nothing about Table Tay and none of that. Oh, Bad Bunny? Come on, quit playing with me. Like, so, like, definitely. I'm music, not just hip. I know, don't get me wrong, hip hop got me started, but I love me some music.
Music, man, it hits different.
It really does. Yeah. And so being at Hot 105.7, it let me get back to my roots. And then I've never been part of a startup station. This is the first time. Yeah. Like I've always been somewhere where, okay, I'm low on the totem pole. Yep. I'm low. But now at at Hot 105.7.
You're there.
Hey, me and Promise are like, what's up? Like who? No, I feel like we should do this. And we talk about, okay, that's what we gonna do. It's not they're gonna shoot this down. And it's worked. And I say that to say the reason why it is working is because, like I said, the people before us taught us the right way. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we're just using the knowledge that we have to make sure that we continue. So, you're being cocky. It's like, no, I know the people before me said, do it like this. Well, you do it like this. Yeah. And
you definitely, both of you have a heavy presence.
It's been fun.
And it has it like as a listener and listening to you guys when you're on the radio, it's like you could tell when someone's phony and they're just pushing out what they're supposed to read off some ads and all this, but it's like it's so different with the two of you. Mm-hmm.
You know what we're talking about.
Yeah, you know what you're talking about, and you can feel the authenticity. Mm-hmm. How has that relationship grown since you started till now with?
Man, let me tell you something. Before I even knew Promise, when we were looking for people for a morning show, and I've told Promise, I said, Promise. I think I talked to him maybe twice. Mm-hmm. It's funny because the first time I actually talked to him, we were in Walmart. We talked for like an hour, and that's the first time I ever met him. Yeah. So I already knew he was a good dude. And this one, he was working at V. I think I was still working at Kit. And good dude. I already knew because, like, man, I don't look. There's politics involved and stuff like that. But, bruh, like, if you're a good person, you're a good person. Point blank. Period. I don't care who you work for. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So,
for sure.
So when they were looking for people, I was like, oh, I think you should have Promise. He don't have a job right now. Yeah. He was like, I said, yeah. And the next thing you know, and when he got hired, I said, bro, I told him to come get you. He's like, man, I appreciate that. I was like, yeah, because why not? Like you know what I'm saying?
It's that energy. And like you put that type of energy and faith into someone, it's that karma. It comes around tenfold. And you can't, like I said, the authenticity is there. And to measure up now with these other stations that have been embedded into Milwaukee, it's refreshing. You know, V100, love V100. Don't ever get me wrong.
Hey, bro, I said, bro, you grew up listening to him. How could you, like, you know what I'm saying?
Could you not?
Come on, bro.
You know what I mean? Like Reggie, like he was someone that I was really like another alley, like not starstruck, but more in the like amazement, like, holy cow, I've heard your voice all these years. And now I could put a face to the people.
Jammin' Dave Michaels.
Yeah.
That's when I first knew who Reggie was. When I first heard Reggie, I was like, bro, you jamming Dave Michaels. Yeah. When I was like, bro, I grew up, because like I said, in the Chicago area, and I know that voice. And even Fresh G, a.k.a. Mike Love. Mike Love. Yep. And bro, when I did the birthday line, yeah, but like, who's this on that, bro? When I tell you I was geeked, it took me back. Like, it's like these are like, bro, like you're saying, there's no way. These are the heavyweights. These are the legends.
Like you said,
you meeting your people. It's like, bro, I remember like it was yesterday. Like Reggie is my OG. He'll always be that.
Yeah. Well, you know, and through that, I feel like you're like this new wave, but it's so much more. It shows not only the respect that has gone into the craft that you've put countless hours in. You know what I mean? Express to these people how what really goes into like you putting a playlist together. That to me is like
a lot of it is like you said, it's going out, seeing what the people want to hear. Like I'm one of these DJs that I will take requests, because I kind of feel like what I think even Jazzy Jeff just said it. I'm here. Yeah. I am here to make sure these people have a good time. Yeah. That's what I'm here for. And so I don't mind. Like, and then again, I'm a people's person. Yeah. I want you to come up and talk to me. Then people want to come talk to me anyway because they hear me on the radio. So I can't tell you, like, you know what I'm saying? You want to come say what's up, take a picture? Come on. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm here for all that. So my whole thing about it is I'm here for you. Yeah. I'm here to make sure you have a good time. What song you want to hear? And half the time, people ask for the song that you're going to play anyway. Yep. You know these people going to come in and ask for Bad Bunny. I got a bunch of Bad Bunny. I'm ready. You know, I know what it is. And I'm here to have a good time with you. And that's how I look at it. That's why I love DJing. It lets me touch the people. Like you said, putting together playlists is easy because people are telling you. You play a song and people go crazy. Yeah. You play this song, people go
yeah, man, it touches, and like I said, like the respect that I have for, you know, just outside of looking in, you know, the work speaks for itself as well. You know, it always does. It always does. So, you know, seeing you, like, this is a big thing for me. You coming on this platform, you believing in the mission I'm on, you taking the time out of your schedule. I mean, there's no, man. This just lets me know, push further. And, you know, there's going to come a time where there's going to be someone how I am in this seat right now that needs the guidance. And and it comes around.
It really does. And that's why the one thing I hate about, like, you know what I'm saying, like the older and younger generation type thing, I'll never hate on the kids. Yeah, man. You know, because at the end of the day, I want to guide them before I was like, oh man, you stupid for doing, like, you know, because like all I ask is, you know what I'm saying, give people their respect, because a lot of, like, even with these rappers and stuff like that, these people came before you. Yeah, they laid the path for you to be able to do what you do. So there should be a level of respect there. Now, I will say this. I will say, like, now if the OGs is being disrespectful, Now I can see, because, you know, it's bravado there. Yep. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it's forget me, well, let's forget you. Forget you, like, you know how it goes. So I kind of get that. But at the same time, I like, you want to look up to the OGs and give them their respect when it's due. But I think a lot of it too, sometimes, like, you know, young people, I was there too. Like, you think you know better than the people that came before you. It's an
arrogance.
You don't.
It's like a type of arrogance.
You don't. Like, you may know more technology wise. Yep. But they know the game.
They know the wisdom.
Yeah. So you kind of mesh that together, and I hate that sometimes we get that misconstrued. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm like, bro, like, there's nothing new under the sun. Nothing. Like nothing. So what you think that you're doing, there's people that did it before you.
For you.
You know what I'm saying? It's just it's a different.
It's a different format.
Different.
Yeah.
Just a different game. Same game, different format, bruh. And so don't I always feel that way. I say just respect. It's a lost thing, but respect your elders.
Yeah. So what type for you, through this career, it's still growing.
It's crazy.
What type of legacy do you want? Do you hope to be known for when it's all said and done?
I think it's I've already done it. And I'm just continuing to do it. Just like don't be boxed in.
Yeah.
Like you can do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You just have to do it. And like, cause it's so easy coming from where I come from, to be like, well, you get a job, you work 30, 40 years, you're tired, you try to take care of your family, graduate high school. Like, bro, it's so much more to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like I always say this, like, supposed to be dead by 25 type stuff like that. I graduated college. I was one of the first to graduate college. Everything that they said I couldn't do or wasn't supposed to do, I've done. And then some, and it's crazy to me. So when people try to tell me, "Oh man, who you think you are? You better, man, yeah, it's crazy, but you can't do that." I'm like, you can't tell me that.
Yeah,
everything that they said I couldn't do, I've done.
That's awesome.
Everything.
That right there, man. That right there is that, man. It's just. And those are the type of barriers as I go forward with what I'm doing, I hope to break. And just hearing that come out of your coming out from you. Look, I gotta say it again, like the respect that I have, the fact that you give me this opportunity to get to know you and get to really, have this sit down and just us. Mm-hmm. It means a lot. It tells me that
having me.
You know what I mean. It tells me that the work I'm putting in is working. So work, go all in. Don't stop. You keep pushing.
People always say, "Yeah, you wears your all in stuff." Yeah. I do and I don't, but it's because of the meaning behind it. Like and it keeps me.
Yeah.
It keeps me grounded to be like, okay, like I said, you look down and be like, you want to quit? Like,
yeah. I've wore this hat in every interview. Every interview I've ever done. Every interview. Man,
all I can say, do you. What's in your heart, do it. Because at the end of the day, that's what's going to make you authentic. That's what's going to be your thing. Yeah. Like, don't try to do something. Just do it. Like you know what I mean? Because
that's where I'm going to go next with this. What advice would you give to our youth growing up right now?
Me and Promise have these conversations a lot because, being on the hip hop station, the neighborhoods and stuff like that, and the kids taking the cars and all that. Bruh, all I can say is life is bigger than your block. Yeah. Your group of friends right now. I promise you that. Like, I hate to see them throw their life away stealing cars and stuff like that. And then, like, where you don't get a chance to experience what it's really about because you're in a box. This is all you can see. You know what I'm saying? Well, this is all my friends doing. This is my friends. So, what I'm saying? I guess this is what this is, what I'm saying? This is what I'm going to be. It's not true.
It's not.
It's not true. You could be like, bro, you haven't even experienced life yet, and it makes me sad because like they don't understand, and I know they don't. Because if they did, they wouldn't do what they do. Well, you know what I mean.
You're such a part of a bigger picture right now, especially through this. There's so many, and I say this over and over again, and I'll continue to say this over and over again. There's so many definitions to success.
Facts.
Success isn't textbooks. That's one way.
Yes.
But I mean, it's so much more to life. And if you really tap into your energy, which it can happen at any time. Again, I'm going to bring this up. 32 years like that.
Man,
it's.
I just had Ed Hennings. Shout out to my man Ed Hennings on the show. He went to jail for 20 years.
Oh my God.
He was supposed to get 40. And no, actually, no, they gave him 40.
Oh my gosh.
They gave him 40. He went for 20.
Yeah, because
and got it because he did
Yep.
he did what he was supposed to do. He was in jail. He said he was doing the Scare Straight program and all that. And he said, but before he went in, because he messed around and did some stuff that he, in the neighborhood that he shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
But that's what he was known for. He was just trying to protect his family and stuff. He ended up shooting somebody, and they gave him 40. And he thought they were supposed to give him life. And he said he was just tripping. He's like, man, it was over for him and stuff like that. He was like, man, my life is over. This and now I'm going to jail for life. And he said, by the time he went to jail, he said, just talking to his people, his moms and stuff like that, he said, look, bro. He said he said to himself, if I get a second chance, I'm gonna do way better. If I get a second chance, I'm gonna just do better.
Yeah.
And so by the time he went to court and everything, instead of getting life, they gave him 40 years. And he went to jail. I think he was 24 when he went. I want to say, like, you can look him up, Ed Higgins. He was on my show. And so, but he said he was cool. He said, that's perfect. I got a second chance. Getting 40 years. Like, think about that.
Yeah.
40 years in jail.
Like.
He said he got a second chance. So he said he went to jail, he was trying to help people and all that stuff, got out in 20. Now he's doing it big in Milwaukee.
That's awesome.
Got books, he got his own Ed Higgins. Bruh, I'm telling you, you got to get him on the show.
That's what I was just about to say.
I'm gonna get you his stuff, because he's gonna be on this. I'm gonna get him back on the show. He has something going on.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get him. But Ed Higgins, like, bro, when I tell you, it inspired me. I was like, bro, he did 20 years. Came out, hit the ground running, because he said he was already in jail. He got his barber, like he did, bruh. And I said, what was that? He's like, that was my second chance. And he said, I wasn't gonna waste it.
Yeah.
40 years in jail is a second chance? Bro.
It's
think about your mindset.
Yeah.
I was like,
that really to have that type of hammer go down, that's a different
that's a different.
Yeah, you can't even bro. Like to say I don't even know how I fathom that in my head how I would deal with being slapped with that.
My man has ultimately, like, I guess, once you really hit rock bottom, I think everybody has a different rock bottom, right?
Yeah.
Because like I said, everybody has a story, right? Yours might be as crazy as his, but the essence of it is the same.
Yeah.
The way he got to 40 hit him is the way whatever something that happened to you hit you.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? The essence of your rock bottom is the same, and it makes you change right there. You be like,
it alters your perception. It alters who you are as a person. But and I just want to show, especially with these kids coming through, like,
yeah, man,
these are people from your soil.
Yeah,
these are the people walking on the same soil that you're walking on, and guess what? They've done it. They've done it. So don't. There's no excuse of why you can't do it.
And I know it's hard, and I tell people this all the time, because people say, "Oh, I ain't you, I ain't had ooh and all that." And I get, okay, that's valid, but at the same time, you got way more opportunities than me.
Yeah,
you got these cell phones, you got the computers, like you got, bro. I didn't have, bro.
Yeah, yep.
All the information that you need is at the tip of your fingertips.
Yep.
You have it all.
All you have to do is tap into it.
All you gotta do is tap in.
Put the work.
But that's when we start talking about environment. One of the biggest things, because we were talking about, like, just surrounding yourself with good, like, great people. You hear all the greats say that. But here's a tidbit about this, and I forgot who said this, but it has such a profound effect on me. I was like, oh, that makes sense. He was like, eventually, your environment wins.
Yeah. 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 Think about it. Yeah.
Wait, say that again. He said, eventually, your environment wins.
Yeah.
And I understood what he was saying, because if you hang around long enough, think about when people are, when it's always the innocent bystander that gets hit. Mm-hmm. It's always the person. It wasn't the person, it was they got, you know what I'm saying?
One of the biggest things I had to do was legitimately move,
right,
and get away from everyone, and through that the growth came behind that. So I do understand.
Yeah, because it's like, bro, if you hang around the wrong environment long enough, it gets you.
Yeah.
And not by any fault. Because, like, there's always, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you know, it's like, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, they were shooting over here. It come over here and it hit this apartment. Boom. It's like, bro, you want to get away because eventually.
Yeah.
And I never forget that. I was like, bro, that's.
It has.
I remember my brothers. Like they would always say, something like, you know, when something happened, they get in trouble, and they, oh man, it wasn't me. It was Mikey and them. Man, I was just there, and I was like, why were you there?
Yep.
You right.
You're right.
And it's like it's one of those. I wasn't doing nothing. I was just there. That's when they talked, and that's what it made me think about all those conversations I've had because I always try to stay away from trouble. Like if I know it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just
put yourself in it.
Yeah,
you know,
like
if you got it in the gut, like man, don't.
Oh, I know what they finna do there, bro. I'm finna go over here, bro.
Yep.
Let me say it. I remember all the times I could have went. It's like, man, I'm finna go to the gym. Jay, you ain't go? Nah, man, I'm finna go to the gym.
Yeah.
Jay, we finna go. I'm finna go to the gym. Hey, Jay, I'm gonna just go to the gym because I just felt like I was like, bro, I know what's finna happen.
For sure, yeah, dude.
I know it. Then you get back to school. Hey, man, we was over there. The police came.
Yeah.
Where was you at, man? I was at the gym.
Well, man, dude, thank you again.
Man, no problem.
Like this has been awesome. I've finally have you on, and you know, just I respect everything you do, and I'm a fan till I go, man. And thank you for coming on this platform. Thank you for showing another version of success.
Hey, man.
And I wish you nothing, you know, but success in the future to come.
Hey.
What ways can people reach you?
Oh, it's at DJGEE_A everywhere.
Oh, there you go.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that. Play the drop. Yeah. This is how it goes.
G-double-E, baby, don't forget the A.
That's it. And you want my email? Same thing, except there's no _A. It's DJGEEA@gmail. You can get at me. All that. That's how I do. I'm very accessible, but it might take a second because like there's so many platforms. You're like, wait,
sure.
this person hit me when? Oh, let me see. You know what I'm saying? I'm very much like that because people are, oh man, I hit you, man. I say, bro, consistency, please.
Consistency, yeah.
Please.
Keep at it.
Hey, I promise you, we both know it works.
Yep, it does work.
It works.
All right, man.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you. Thank you. On that note, Spearhead out.
Spearhead Conversations.